If titanium watches is something that you've been looking into or looking to buy, then today at Watches You Can Afford, we are going to be looking at 20 affordable titanium watches that you will want to buy. With most watches coming in stainless steel, there's a certain allure to more exotic materials such as titanium. That's why titanium watches are more desirable today. But the characteristics that make titanium a great choice in various industries, think aerospace, also make it more expensive. Titanium offers several benefits over steel, and the most obvious one is its high strength to weight ratio. That is almost double than for steel, which makes it an ideal material for watchmaking. Though still a rare sight in the watch world, recent years have seen a growth in the number of titanium watches. So for those who desire a very lightweight watch, titanium is the way to go. They're also extremely durable and highly versatile. But what about the prices? Because that's what we are concerned with most of the time. It's true that some titanium timepieces fall into the luxury category, but that isn't always the case. So we did some research and rounded up 20 affordable titanium watches that we love, and probably you will too. So here we go. Starting at number 20, we have the Mido Ocean Star. The most expensive watch on our list, sitting on the edge of what we'd call affordable at $1,055 is the Mido Ocean Star, which is one of the best titanium watches you could find for around $1,000. It's a diver, it looks awesome, and it comes in a 42mm titanium case that is wonderfully paired with a 3-link titanium bracelet. The dial on the Ocean Star looks gorgeous, blending the grain textured grey with the lively orange indicators of the unidirectional bezel. The hands and the hour indices are thick and come with a luminous material for time telling in the dark. At the 3 o'clock position, there's a simple and good looking day date window. Inside, its heart is comprised of a Mido caliber Powermatic 80, a movement with 80 hours power reserve, and a depth rating of 200 meters based on the ETA CO07.621. And number 19, we have one that surely many of you have heard of before, the Hamilton Khaki Field Titanium. The Hamilton Khaki Field, which you may have seen in our other videos, is already a legend among military-inspired and field watch enthusiasts all over the world. But Hamilton didn't stop there. They offer a titanium variant of the iconic Khaki Field, and we can say it's a stunning one. Sure, it's a bit more expensive than the regular variant, but $995 isn't that much for what this watch offers. The Hamilton Khaki Field Titanium comes of course with a low weight and extreme durability, which are both very sought after characteristics in an outdoors oriented timepiece. Beyond that, you get a nice black fabric strap that fits nicely with the 42mm titanium case, a superb black dial with a nicely made 60-minute scale outer ring, a middle ring with large luminous Arabic numerals for the main hour markers from 1 to 12, and an inner ring which continues the hour markers up to 24 hours, plus the large and luminous handset. At 3 o'clock there's a rectangular date window that hides half of the figure 3 and displaces the 15 towards the inside, breaking the symmetry. The watch is powered by Hamilton's H10 automatic caliber, which comes with a power reserve of 80 hours. Number 18, Citizen EcoDrive Promaster Blue Angel Skyhawk AT Titanium. The Citizen EcoDrive Promaster Blue Angel Skyhawk AT Titanium is a serious tool watch that's worth every dollar from the $780 price. It features all the functions you'd expect a pilot watch to have, including atomic timekeeping in 43 cities around the globe, perpetual calendar, dual time, alarms, and a nice slide rule on the rotating bezel. The watch, which is a tribute to the US Navy Blue Angels and a light flight demonstration squadron flying F-18s, is powered by an EcoDrive movement that uses sunlight to power the watch, thus eliminating the need to change batteries. It's more watch than most people can handle, but perfect for those who need a tool on their wrist, so outdoor adventurers, travelers and pilots will all be excited to have it. Number 17, the Seiko SGG731 Titanium. The Seiko Titanium Reference SGG731 is a simple, reliable and affordable watch priced at only $395. It comes in a 38mm diameter case, which makes it suitable to both men and women, and there are no design cues that make it look more orientated to either side. Its dial is clean and elegant, making it fit every wrist on every occasion. The downside for some might be its quartz movement, but coming from Seiko, you wouldn't be disappointed. The dial is protected by a sapphire crystal glass on top and by the 100 meter of water resistance of the case. The 3 o'clock position has a day-date window, and both the hour markers and hands come with luminescence for easily reading time in the dark. It's a watch with a classic look and durable enough to be in everyday wear. Number 16. Casio Pro Trek Solar Triple Sensor. The Casio Pro Trek Tough Solar Triple Sensor, reference PRW 3500T 7CR, has, as its long name implies, a very tough and rugged aesthetic, and given its titanium case and bracelet, it rises up to the task. The watch runs on solar power, so you won't need to worry about battery or everyday winding. It comes with 200 meters of water resistance, so you can dive with it, and it's got plenty going on inside its dial, which will satisfy even the most function-greedy watch enthusiasts out there. The dial is digital with a backlight and comes with a triple sensor, which means an altimeter, a barometer, a thermometer, and a digital compass are all included in its functions, among the usual features. And by usual features we mean atomic timekeeping, world time, sunrise and sunset data, countdown timer, stopwatch and 4 alarms. Again, a tough watch for adventurers of all kind. Number 15. The Garmin Fenix 3 HR Special Edition Titanium. The Garmin Fenix 3 HR Special Edition Titanium is a smartwatch that brings the best of the tech world on your wrist. And it's not even that expensive, as you can have it for about $200. It's a watch that does everything sports and outdoors enthusiasts want their watch to do, from tracking your time on trails to monitoring your heart rate during effort, and what concerns us most is that it's made from titanium, making it extremely light but also resistant. The case has 100 meter depth rating, so you can track your time even underwater if swimming is something you do. Number 14. The Tissot PR 100. The Tissot PR 100 is simply a marvel. It's got a gorgeous overall design that will attract the views of many when they'll see it on your wrist. But that elegance and simplicity doesn't mean it's weak, since the titanium construction makes it tough and durable, and with a 100 meter water resistance, you can practically take it everywhere, even swimming. But it's probably on dressy occasions you'll want to wear it the most, as it fits perfectly in that world. The simple dial comes with a subtly placed date window at 6 o'clock that keeps symmetry with the rest of the dial. If you're a more classy individual, this is a titanium watch you should seriously consider, especially when it costs around $300. Number 13. The Skagen Melbye 3-hand Titanium. Coming from Denmark, you can expect Skagen watches to have a simple beauty to them, and the Melbye 3-hand Titanium is no exception, only that it also comes with a titanium construction and an affordable price. The 40mm titanium case is paired with a beautiful mesh band made from stainless steel. It's a pity, but it would have probably been extremely difficult to make the mesh from titanium as well, so we'll skip the negative comments here. The dial has a minimalistic aesthetic to it, presenting a mix of thin hour markers and large Arabic numerals for 12 and 6 on a dark grey background. There's also a blue minute ring on the inside of the hour ring that provides contrast to the rest of the dial. Number 12. The Casio Pro Trek Sports Watch. Another impressive timepiece from Casio, the Pro Trek Sports Watch is a more stylish version of outdoor-oriented watches, while keeping the ruggedness and durability they usually come with. What impressed us in this case was that the dial isn't fully digital, only a small rectangular display at 6 o'clock. A downside we don't like that much is that the case is stainless steel and only the bracelet is titanium. Nonetheless, it's a good watch with plenty of useful features. Number 11. The Citizen Eco Drive Chronograph. The Citizen Eco Drive Chronograph comes in full titanium, a Japanese quartz movement inside, 100 meters of water resistance, sapphire crystal glass on top, and a cool black dial with silver hour markers and hands. There's a date window at 3 o'clock and 3 subdials for the chronograph functions. At number 10, we have the E1 Bradley Titanium Classic. This is a slightly different one, but it's still a watch, and it's crafted from titanium. The E1 Bradley Titanium Classic, with a brown leather strap from Italian leather, is a sight like no other. Its minimalism taken to extreme in that the dial does away with the conventional hour, minute and seconds hands, replacing them with 2 magnetized balls, one on the inside of the hour markers ring and one on the outside of the face. Though some may think it's completely useless, it's an interesting idea and one that may come in handy for the blind or poor-sighted people, as you can feel the time by touch. Number 9. The Bering Time Titanium. The Bering Time Titanium is good looking and affordable, priced at only $200. Its design is modern but also keeps things simple, with a dark grey dial with sunray pattern, featuring an outer ring with large Arabic numerals to mark the hours, and an inner and smaller ring for 24-hour markers. There's also a round date window at 6 o'clock and a nice orange second hand that provide much needed contrast with the dark dial. Both the case and the bracelet are made from titanium, and inside there's a quartz movement powering everything. Number 8. The Timex Weekender 40 Mini Sweep. Though not available new anymore, the Timex Weekender 40 Mini Sweep is still a very beautiful titanium watch to be had. You can still find it on the used market for not much, so if you like that sound-blasted titanium tone case, go look for one. The dial is simple yet beautiful, and though it may not offer many functions, it comes with a nice second sub-dial at the 6 o'clock position that gets the layout from boring to interesting. Number 7. Citizen Eco Drive Titanium Quartz. Citizen has quite a few titanium timepieces, and the Eco Drive Titanium Quartz, reference BL55106L, is a good looking piece. It's got a more crowded dial layout, but comes with plenty of functions, so the active individuals could measure everything they wanted to. Unfortunately, this is a watch for larger wrists, as its case comes in a 43mm, but for those whose wrists are big enough, this may be the watch they were looking for. It's sporty with a titanium case and brown leather strap to add a little bit of elegance to the business of the dial. Number 6. Skagen Sundby Titanium and Stainless Steel Watch. The Skagen Sundby Titanium and Stainless Steel Watch is another lovely Scandinavian timepiece, and it only cost around $155. It's similar with their Melbye above, but it's got a few differences on the dial and comes in a more lively blue colour. Number 5. The Timex Expedition North Titanium Automatic 41mm. The Timex Expedition watch collection is a wonderful one, and it contains several impressive and very affordable timepieces for regular folks. But every now and then, Timex offers more special watches intended for the more picky outdoor enthusiasts. Introduced earlier in 2022, the Timex Expedition North Titanium Automatic 41mm is one of those special timepieces. It's more expensive than your usual Timex Expedition models at $350, but it's entirely worth it. It's a tool watch with a nice, clean and simple military-inspired dial design, a titanium case, and all the specs to satisfy the watch enthusiast who cares a lot about the details. And when we say that, we mean 200 meters of water resistance, screw-down crown, sapphire crystal glass, and date display. What's not to like? Number 4. The Invicta Pro Diver Titanium Automatic. The Invicta Pro Diver Titanium Automatic is a classic-looking diver, one made entirely from titanium for both the case and the bracelet. The diameter of the case is 45mm and its thickness is 15mm, so for sure it's too large for some wrists. On the other hand, if your wrist can accommodate the watch, you shouldn't worry about your budget, since the price of the watch rises to only $150. The black dial comes with that classic traits of a diver watch, with a unidirectional rotating bezel on the outer edge, large and luminous hour markers with metal frames, and a date window at 3 o'clock with cyclops on top for ease of reading. Inside the watch lies a Japanese automatic movement with a water depth rating of 200 meters. Number 3. The Bertucci A2T Original Classics Titanium Field Watch. The Bertucci A2T Original Classics Titanium Field Watch is the quintessential field watch with a titanium case. The dial design comes with the usual 12 and 24-hour rings, plus a date window at 4 o'clock. What makes this a very good field watch besides the strength and lightweight of the titanium case is the 200-meter water resistance rating and the $127 price, which are unmatched in this category of watches. Number 2. The Citizen Quartz Titanium. The Citizen Quartz Titanium, reference BN692956L, the very handsome all-titanium timepiece from Citizen. The 42mm diameter of the case might be too big for some, but it's still decent, and the overall aesthetic seems inspired from dive watches. The dial is simple and good looking, with a sunburst finish in the central part and a subtle date window at 3 o'clock. The case has a water resistance of 100 meters, which should be convenient for most people. And last but not least, at number 1, we have the Victorinox Swiss Army Inox, or Inox as most people like to say, titanium. The Victorinox Swiss Army Inox titanium is, in our opinion, the best option when it comes to having both a titanium timepiece and not spend a fortune on it. Sure, those $695 it costs aren't too little either, but you get a lot for them. The watch comes in a 45mm titanium case paired with a titanium bracelet and meets the 9211 Swiss watchmaking standard, so it's a certified diving watch with a depth rating of 200 meters. The dial is more impressive than your usual diver, and the choice of colours really stands out. On top of the dial is sapphire crystal, so no cutting corners here, and everything is powered by a Swiss quartz movement, so you'll get reliable timekeeping. There are quite a few affordable titanium timepieces around, some with a few compromises but good deals nonetheless. We hope we've managed to help you with the selection process and gave you some ideas for your next watch. If you'd ask us, we'd say stay over the $500 mark, as there's obviously a higher quality there, but that also depends on your budget. Are you a proud owner of any of these titanium watches on our list? If yes, let us know down below in the comments and let us know your experience with it. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe if you want to see more of these videos from Watches You Can Afford.